Welcome to my channel Plants and Birds. Friends, in last video we discussed about the mineral nutrition in detailed form. In today's video we will discuss about the next topic, that is plant growth regulators. Nothing but phytohormones. What are plant growth regulators? Which regulates the plant growth. Okay, which increases the plant growth and other operations can be done by it, like flowering, which induces flowers, which induces parthenocarpy, which induces root growth, okay, which induces rooting in stem cuttings. All these are the functions of plant growth regulators. We will discuss these plant growth regulators in detailed form one by one. Firstly, the plant growth regulators means what? Timon suggested the use of the term phytohormone in place of hormones of plants. Okay, these are nothing but hormones, but for Timon suggested that use phytohormone because phyto means nothing but plants. Okay, plants hormones. Okay, these are nothing but plant hormones. Timon defined phytohormones as the organic substances which are produced naturally in plants, synthesized in one part and usually translocated to other parts, where in a very small quantity influence the growth and other physiological functions of the plant. Okay, see, one thing to be remembered here is these are naturally produced in the plants and it is very low concentration, very small quantity influence the growth and other physiological functions of the plant. Okay, the term growth regulator is used for the substance which work similar to phytohormones but synthetic in nature. Okay, plant growth regulators are synthetic in nature, but phytohormones are naturally produced in plants. Okay, firstly, there are mainly 6 plant growth regulators. First one is auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin, auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin. What is that? Brasinosteroid. Okay, this is a newly invented growth regulator, plant growth regulator. Brasinosteroid, abscisic acid, ABA, and ethylene. Abscisic acid and ethylene are called plant growth retardants because they retard the growth. Okay, and auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin, and brasinosteroids are known as plant growth regulators. Okay, firstly we will learn about the auxin in detail with its all about auxin in a detailed form. Okay, first, the existence of auxins was proposed by Charles Darwin while working on Canara grass, Paris canariensis. Okay, Palaris canariensis. He observed the typical tip of the seedling should phototropism curvature was noted. Okay, the apical tip is showing the phototropism, that is moving towards the sunlight. Okay, the sunlight. Okay, FW and performed avenue curvature test and isolated the growth substance from avenue coleoptile tips will still retain the growth promoting activity. Okay, this avenue curvature test is responsible for discovery of auxin. You must keep in your mind that avenue curvature test. Okay, this is known as avenue curvature test. See, auxin in the tip of seedlings is okay. Auxins are present on the tip of the seedlings. Okay, always tip of the seedlings auxin concentration will be high. When the tip is cutted, okay, and fixed with agar block, okay, see, when remove the tips of oat seedlings and put them on agar and insert gelatinous substance. Blocks of agar were then placed off center on the end of other oat seedling from which the tip has been removed. Okay, the seedlings bend towards, okay, bent away from the side on which agar block is placed. The side where agar block is placed. That shows that it is influenced by sunlight. Wendt coined the term auxin and called the, okay, when agar block is framed, okay, it will turn, see, it will move away from the what agar the seedling bent away from the side on which the agar block is, where agar block is placed, the oxygen is transported through there and it bent towards the sunlight. for protecting, oxygen is sensitive to sunlight, so it will move towards the shady region. Okay, this shows the presence of oxygen. Okay, Went coined the term oxygen and called the growth substance as indole acetic acid. He coined the term oxygen for that substance, and called that growth substance as indole acetic acid, IAA. Yes, commonly known oxygen, IAA. Okay, as a study told that which element is important for the synthesis of oxygen, biosynthesis of oxygen is zinc. Okay, this is very important to be noted here. Okay, oxygen is synthesized in root tip region, particularly in young seedlings, young expanding leaves of the apical region, developing embryo, and in developing fruit, etc. Okay, see, oxygens are synthesized on shoot tip region, particularly in young expanding leaves of the apical region, developing embryo, or and in the developing fruits. Oxygen is only phytohormone which is transported polarly. This is important to be noted. Polarly means which transport from upper to downwards and downwards to upwards. Okay, upward to downward. See, okay, from root tip to upward. Okay, this is polarly. See, from here to upward, from upward to downward, it will move. This is called polarly transported form. Movement of oxygen is basipetal in stem. Basipetal means from upward to downwards, and acropetal means lower to. Okay, in root tip it will synthesis. It was to go to root starting point. Means upward. Okay, upward movement of oxygen is seen in root, that is known as acropetal movement. Basipetal means upper to lower. Okay, in stem. Okay, it is in the root tip, shoot tip, or what is known apical region. It was transported to other stem parts. Okay, this is called basipetal. Oxygen concentration is more in shoot apices than root apices. This must be noted. Okay, next, this is proof of oxygen. Okay, see, when light is when the plant is placed on a shady region, the oxygens are present on the tip of the shoot. But when when the plant placed in the sunlight, then the oxygen is transported away from that sunlight towards the shady region. Okay, and make them to bend towards the sunlight. Okay, make them plant to bend towards the sunlight. This shows oxygen is transported toward away from the sunlight. Okay, and make the plant to move towards the sunlight. This shows the okay, this leads to the discovery of oxygen. Okay, next, where it is distributed in monocot and dicot seedlings. In monocot seedling, highest concentration of oxygen is found in coleoptile tip. It decreases progressively towards the base. Okay, coleoptile tip. It is important to be noted when a monocot seed is taken, where it will be the highest concentration of oxygen is found in coleoptile tip. Okay, coleoptile tip, which decreases progressively towards its base. Okay, from base of the coleoptile, the oxygen concentration increases progressively up to the root tip. Okay, coleoptile to root tip, oxygen concentration increases, and towards base decreases. Okay, this must be mentioned. In dicots, the pattern of oxygen distribution appears to be complex, but obviously, highest oxygen concentrations are found in growing regions of shoot and root. Okay, shoot and root, there is a higher concentration. The free form of oxygen is biological active. The free form of oxygen is biological active form of the hormone, which can be easily extracted by various organic solvents such as diethyl ether. Okay, in bond form or conjugated form predominates in plants, which is predominate in plant. Free form of oxygen or bond form. Okay, this must be mentioned. Okay, of oxygen is biologically inactive and need more drastic methods for their extraction from plants such as hydrolysis, autolysis, enzymolysis, and etc., and are not easily diffusible. It is not easily diffusible. Okay, free form is active, biologically active form, but which is predominantly found bond form, so that there is no much growth. Okay, it will due to the formation of bond forms. Okay, auxin, structure of auxin. This is natural auxins which are almost continuously placed by some tissues in the plant and also known as endogenous growth substances. This is important to be note. This word is endogenous growth substances. Okay, example IAA, indole acetic acid is a natural auxin. This must be fixed in your mind, which is known as the natural auxin is IAA, indole acetic acid. Okay, which is first extracted by the vent. Okay, and next synthetic auxins, IPA, indole propanic acid, indole butyric acid. Indole butyric acid very high applications in horticulture and agricultural uses. Okay, indole butyric acid is very important. Naphthalene acetic acid is also important, 2,4D, which is used as both as growth regulator and as well as weedicide. Okay, this is important. 2,4,5T. Okay, this is also have important role in the plant. Okay, indole butyric acid is very important for the. Okay, we will discuss one by one later. Okay, biosynthesis of auxin. Okay, in IA, in plants, how it is biologically synthesized in the plant, you must know that. Okay, the synthesis of auxin begins with the synthesis of amino acid tryptophan. Okay, you must fix that. Therefore, tryptophan is known as the precursor. This is starting substance of the auxin, IAA. Zinc is a micronutrient which is essential for biosynthesis of auxin, as I told that. Okay, the indole 3 acetic acid is a IAA, can be formed from tryptophan by 3 different pathways. Okay, by 3 different pathways in plants it will be formed. In different plants, different pathways are involved. Tryptophan is decarboxylated to form tryptamine. Decarboxylation means loss of one carbon. Tryptophan will lose one carbon and gives rise to tryptamine by the enzyme tryptophan decarboxylase enzyme. This must be kept in mind. Now, tryptamine undergoes deamination, means loss of amino group by the enzyme tryptamine oxidase, resulting in the formation of indole 3 acetaldehyde. Okay, indole 3 acetaldehyde. Now, indole 3 acetaldehyde is readily oxidized to indole acetic acid by the enzyme indole 3 acetaldehyde dehydrogenase. Okay, once I will see. First step is decarboxylation, next deamination. Decarboxylation enzyme is tryptophan decarboxylase, deamination enzyme is tryptophan oxidase, and next oxidation of indole 3 acetaldehyde to indole acetic acid by the enzyme indole 3 acetaldehyde dehydrogenase enzyme. Okay, this must be kept in mind. TAM pathway, it is known as TAM pathway, tryptamine pathway. Next, IPA pathway or indole 3 pyruvic acid pathway. First tryptophan is denominated to form indole 3 pyruvic acid, IPA, indole 3 pyruvic acid by tryptophan transaminase enzyme. See here, first in TAM pathway, first decarboxylation occurs, next deamination occurs, but here tryptophan is deaminated to form, first deamination occurs to form indole 3 trimole of amino group to form indole 3 pyruvic acid IPA, but tryptophan transaminase, there no oxidases are involved. There tryptophan oxidase is involved in deamination. Here tryptophan transaminase is involved enzyme. Okay, indole 3 pyruvic acid is now decarboxylated. First step is there is TAM pathway, decarboxylation, next deamination. But here first deamination, then decarboxylation. IPA is now decarboxylated by the enzyme indole pyruvate decarboxylase. By the enzyme indole pyruvate decarboxylase. Next is now decarboxylated by the enzyme indole pyruvate decarboxylase. Okay, which leads to formation of IAA on oxidation or reduction. Okay, next IAN pathway or indole 3 acetonitrile pathway. Indole 3 acetonitrile pathway. Here, IAN pathway occurs in some plants, especially those belong to families Brassicaceae, Poaceae, Musaceae. Important families to be remembered. In which families? In which of the following families? They will ask like families. IAA indole acetic acid is synthesized by IAN pathway, that is indole 3 acetonitrile pathway. Brassicaceae, Poaceae, Musaceae, and all of these. They will ask this type of questions for this. Must remember these three families for the Brassicaceae, Poaceae, Musaceae. Tryptophan is converted into the indole acetic acid in the presence of enzyme nitrulase. Easy direct method synthesis. Tryptophan is converted to indole acetic acid in the presence of enzyme nitrulase. Indole 3 acetaldehyde and indole 3 acetalnitrile are the intermediates. Tryptophan is converted into indole acetic acid in the presence of enzyme nitrulase. Indole 3 acetaldehyde and indole 3 acetalnitrile are the intermediates. You must remember this. Next, transportation of oxygen in plants. How it is transported? Jacob found polar transportation, as I told. Polar transportation of oxygen in colestem section to be sections to be both basipetal and acropetal. But basipetal ratio is 3. If 3 molecules is transported in basipetal, you want one molecule transported in acropetal way. According to Erdős, some of the oxygen synthesized by leaves may be transported to other plant parts through phloem. Spelling mistake. Phloem in rather than non-polar manner. Through phloem in a rather non-polar manner. Phototropic and geotropic movements indicates towards lateral transport of oxygen in shoot tip and root tip respectively. Phototropic and geotropic movements indicate towards lateral transport of oxygen in stem tip and root tip. For phototropism, geotropism, oxygen is responsible. Oxygen is responsible for phototropism and geotropism in plants. Next. Oxygen must be inhibited. Why? Because if oxygen is present in high quantities, it will be give only vegetative growth. There is no reproductive growth, and only a main stem, that is apical dominance, is the main disadvantage of oxygen, which will cause only to grow only main stem to the upper heights. It will not allow to grow the side stems, so that there is no lateral stems will not grow. There is no reproductive growth on the main stem. Sufficient levels of oxygen in plant is required for regulation of plant growth are maintained not only by synthesis of oxygen but also by the destruction or inactivation of oxygen. Chief method for the destruction of oxygen in the plant is oxidation. Its oxidation by IAA is oxidized by oxygen in the presence of enzyme IAA oxidase or peroxidase enzyme. You must remember this enzyme name, IAA oxidase or peroxidase. This leads to formation of one major end product 3-methyl oxidale. 3-methyl oxidale. Oxygen may be temporarily inactivated in plants by the conversion into bond form. Rapid inactivation of oxygen may occur in irradiation with X-rays and gamma rays, and UV rays is also used to reduce oxygen levels in plants. Inactivation or decomposition of oxygen by light has been called photooxidation. Or decomposition of oxygen by light has been called as photooxidation. Rapidly inactivated may occur by irradiation with X-rays and gamma rays. UV rays is also used to reduce oxygen levels in plants. Inactivation or decomposition of oxygen by light has been called as photooxidation. In this destruction, you must remember 3 main points: IAA oxidase or peroxidase enzyme to which oxidizes the oxygen, which is the cheapest method. Next, by conversion into the bond form, and third one by reduce of Okay, oxygen levels by irradiation or by using light is called photooxidation. These three must be remembered in our mind. Next, see in 2, 3, 5, benzoic acid TIBA is an oxygen transport inhibitor. It is very important to be noted here. TIBA, okay, 2, 3, 5, benzoic acid is an oxygen transport inhibitor used to inhibit plant top growth, draft plant, okay, which will have, okay, draft plant promote the growth of lateral bud and tiller, okay, lateral bud and tiller the plant, okay, accelerate flowering and induce bud formation and promote rooting. These are the important functions of TIBA, okay, which promote the rooting, induce bud formation, okay, and promote rooting. Low cost, high effect, free sample provided, okay, these are free samples are provided and which have high effect and low cost, okay, this is important to be. So the characteristics of TIBA, okay, which induce bud formation and promote rooting and accelerate flowering, okay, promote growth of lateral buds, so the vegetative growth is retarded and reproductive growth is increased and tiller the plants, okay, inhibit the top growth, that is vegetative growth in draft plants. These are the important functions of TIBA, that is 2, 3, 5 triiodobenzoic acid. This is TIBA, okay, which is in the color of light brown in nature or whitish or light brown in nature. Next one is oxygen of roles of oxygen. We will discuss this. Is very important to read these roles of oxygen. Firstly, cell elongation is a main role of oxygen due to decreasing cell wall pressure and increasing cell wall elasticity. There is decrease when sunlight is fall on the plant, which leads to decrease in cell wall pressure and increase cell wall elasticity. Okay. See, when sunlight is overhead, the AA molecules produced by the apical meristems are distributed evenly in the shoot. Once the sunlight shines on the shoot at an angle, the IAA molecule moves towards the far side and induces elongation of the cell on that side. Cell elongation results in the bending of the shoot towards the left. When bending is occurring, there is a stretching of the cell wall. This leads to cell elongation. Okay. Next, apical dominance. This is important, very dangerous disadvantage of oxygen. Okay, important and very disadvantage of oxygen synthesis. For this only, oxygen synthesis must be destruction of oxygen must be done. Removal of apical buds leads to sprouting of lateral buds. Such phenomenon is known as apical dominance. See, because in oxygen is very present high concentration on the shoot tip, okay, or apical tip. When that is cutted, then oxygen levels are decreased, which leads to, when all the sugars will transported to the other lateral branches, which leads to growth of lateral branches. Okay, this is to be noted. By seeing the diagram, you can easily understand. By cutting the shoot tip, whereas in second diagram they showed that oxygen level will be decreased eventually, which leads to growth of, and all sugars are transported to lateral buds, which leads to growth of lateral buds. Okay. Apical dominance is nothing but removal of apical buds leads to sprouting of lateral buds. Such phenomenon is known as apical dominance. Okay. Shoot and root growth. Okay, shoot and root growth will be increased. Oxygen increases shoot growth at higher concentration, root growth at very low concentration. Okay. Xylem, you must remember that is at high, if you give high concentration, if there is a high concentration of oxygen, shoot growth is promoted. And that is for this, what is known as Concentration is low means it leads to root growth. Okay. Xylem differentiation. Callus is undifferentiated mass of parenchymatous cell. When treated with auxin, xylem is differentiated into callus tissue. Auxin have been commonly used in bud grafting into a callus. Okay, this is not that much required for tissue culturist. This is important to be noted. Okay, callus is a undifferentiated mass of parenchymatous cell. Okay, this must be remembered. When treated with auxin, xylem is differentiated. Differentiation of xylem occurs, which leads to bud grafting can be done through this xylem differentiation function of auxin. Next, phototropism. As I told you, phototropism and geotropism occur due to auxin. The bending of plant towards the light. This differential growth response of the plant to light is caused by an unequal distribution of auxin. The higher concentration of auxin remain towards a shaded side, as I told. Okay, auxin makes the stem grow upward. Okay, towards the sunlight. Makes root to grow down. Geotropism. There is phototropism. Geotropism. Differentiated orientation of plant part in response to gravity is termed as geotropism. Secondary roots and shoots grow at an oblique angle to the gravitational force, as they are plagiogeotropic. This must be remembered. Secondary shoots and roots are plagiogeotropic. This must be mentioned in your mind, because when you see secondary roots, they are not grow to in like downward, they will go laterally. Okay, shoots also grow laterally with an angle. Okay, because of plagiogeotropism tropic phenomena. Okay, rhizomes grow horizontally, hence referred as digeotropic. Okay, next one is see, this is not required. Only see, when plant is placed exposed to sunlight. Okay, we'll first discuss about the phototropism. Shoot will move to upward. Okay, when we consider phototropism, shoot will move to upward. It is positive. Okay, shoot must move upward. Okay, towards the light. That is positive. Root will grow downward away from the sunlight. That is downward. So that is negative phototropism. This must be mentioned. Only you keep this in your mind. Root will grow downward. So it is negative phototropism, but positive geotropism. Positive phototropism. Your shoot will grow upward. It is positive phototropism, but negative geotropism. Geotropism is go towards the gravity, but that is moving away from the gravity. So it is positive phototropism, negative geotropism. Okay, only this must be remembered in this topic. Okay, next, epinasty and hyponasty. Here epinasty is important. Increased growth of the upper leaf of a plant organ or a plant or part are causing it to be bent downwards. Downward bending of the leaf surface is known as epinasty. Important to be noted. Epinasty and hyponasty are the two important functions done by auxin. Increased growth of upper surface leads to downward bending. Okay, decreased growth of upper surface leads to inward bending. It is known as hyponasty. Only this much you mean. See, adaxial surface, abaxial surface. Adaxial surface. When adaxial surface bend towards downward, it is known as epinasty. When adaxial surface bent inward, okay, it is known as hyponasty. This to be remembered. When abaxial surface bend towards inward, it is abaxial epinasty, bent inward. Okay, abaxial surface being bent inward, that is hyponasty. This must be remembered. It will confuse very easily. We can, by seeing only we can understand this. Okay, next, parthenocarpy. Okay, next important function is, one of the important functions is apical dominance. Next is root parthenocarpy. Okay, we will discuss again. One is there, I will tell it. Okay, second important function is parthenocarpy induction. Auxin induces parthenocarpy, the formation of seedless fruit without the act of fertilization. Okay, but without see, when a tomato flower is unpollinated, if it is not pollinated, then no pollination, flowers will drop, prevent without no doubt. But when you apply auxin, if flower is not fertilized at all, the fruit will be developed. That is auxin role of auxin in parthenocarp. Okay, next, abscission. Okay. Formation of layer of tissue at the base of the organ which causes separation of the particular organ from the source of attachment is termed as abscission. The effect of abscission on the delaying abscission the effect of auxin on the delaying abscission has been demonstrated on the colloid leaves. Okay, how abscission is occurred means when leaf is attached to the stem. If a layer or a surface, a base, okay, formation, a layer of tissue is formed between the stem and the leaf, then it will be separated from the stem. This is known as abscission. Keep it in your mind enough. No one required anymore. Auxin will inhibit the abscission so that it will increase the photosynthesis rate. Okay, we must keep in our mind this enough. Okay. Next, nucleic acid activity. Auxin increases total RNA synthesis of and the synthesis of specific enzymes. The enzymes helps in cell expansion. Okay, respiration. Auxin have a stimulatory effect on the respiration. Very important point to be noted is stimulates the respiration. Auxin is involved in synthesis of RNA and protein. These synthetic reactions require expenditure of energy and it could cause an increase in respiration. Okay, you remember. Next, practical uses. When we come to the our garden or a outside world, then what are, without going to the laboratory, outside world, what are the uses of auxins? We will say root induction is a very important role played by the auxin itself. No other or plant growth regulator will promote the root development. This is the only growth regulator which regulates the root growth in stem cuttings. See, IBA, as I told, indole butyric acid, is useful in inducing rooting in cuttings. When you cut the rose stem and dip the name at 20 ppm or less than the 10 ppm, it will rooting will be induced in a rose stem. Okay, IV is useful in inducing rooting in cutting. This is very important function of the auxin to be remembered in your mind. IBA, indole butyric acid, for root induction or root induction only. You must keep that inducing of rooting in cuttings is done by IBA. Okay, this must be fixed. Or IAA at 75 ppm is grape cutting. In grape cutting is used. NAA or 0.2% in lemon cutting is done. IBA at 200 ppm in sweet lime cutting. IBA at 20 ppm, 20 to 75 ppm in grape cutting. IBA at 10,000 ppm in air layering of jackfruit air layering 10,000 ppm mentioned in your mind. Okay, and sweet lime cutting, IBA at 200 ppm in sweet lime. Okay, 20 ppm, 20 to 75 ppm in grape cutting. IBA and 10,000 ppm in air layering of jackfruit. Okay, this must be remembered. NA at 0.2%, not 0.2 ppm, 0.2% in lemon cutting. IA at 75 ppm in grape cutting. Okay, 75 ppm, both IBA and IA, you mentioned 75 ppm enough. Okay, use of IBA at 3000 ppm for semi-hard wood cuttings and 6000 ppm for hardwood cuttings induces better rooting in many ornamental plants. Okay, 3000 ppm for semi-hard into 2, 6000 ppm for hardwood cutting. Okay, control of fruit dropping. In majority of fruit plants, fruit drop is controlled by spraying of 10 to 20 ppm NAA. As I told, abscission is inhibited now, like this. Okay, control of fruit drop. This is the second important function of practical function of the auxin. How much concentration must be sprayed? 10 to 20 ppm of IAA, NAA Okay, naphthalic acetic acid, phthalate acetic acid, 10 to 20 ppm of NaA in food control of food drop, routing IBA, control of food drop NaA. Okay, first you remember this hormones. Later we will can learn about the concentrations in detail. Okay, weed control. C 2, 4D, NaA, MCPA, 2, 5, T. This TIBA are effective in controlling weeds. Broad-leaved dicot weeds are killed by 2, 4D at higher concentration. Application of 2, 4D at 750 gram per hectare in 750 liters of water controls weed from field. Okay, see 2, 4D at 750 grams in 750 liters of water per hectare will be done. Controls weed from field. Regulation of flowering. In Goa, regulation of flowering is done by NAA at 600 ppm is practiced to regulate flowering in desired season. In what season you want flowering, you must, if you spray NAA at 600 ppm, then it will give flowering. In pineapple, spray of NAA at 5 to 10 ppm regulate flowering. See, regulation of flowering and control of fruit drop is done by NAA, naphthalene acetic acid. Okay, and routing is induced routing is IBA. And next, weed control is 2, 4D. It is important. Okay, this must be mentioned in our mind. Okay, next. Thank you, friends. This is about the auxin in detail. You must remember this, all these functions, practical functions mainly for the growing of plants in our own gardens, and with the high with its roles, and by knowing its roles we can know the what should be done in the garden when the problem is arise. Apical dominance arise means if you wish what why we cut the shoots, because for growth of lateral shoots. Okay, we must know this by learning this auxin. Okay, in next class, in next video, we will learn about the gibberellic acid in detail with its functions. Okay, next hormone, that is gibberellic acid is the next hormone. We will learn about the gibberellic acid. Thank you, friends. Bye.